This is Soy,
And this is Dyra.
and you're listening to Hair and Whatever.
Unfiltered Salon Talk.
Hey y'all, hey.
What's up?
So and Dyra here from Hair and Whatever, and today we have a special guest on the show, Tameka Raymond. She's a fashion designer and now author, right?
Yes.
Hey. Right. We're gonna get right into it, and we're gonna talk about the hair topic today. We're gonna be talking about the products in your cart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Soy, how influenced are you when it comes to buying hair products?
Well, I'm not influenced as much as the next person because I feel like I'm so biased about products because I am in the industry, in the hair industry. So the only thing that kind of like I'm influenced when I go to hair shows and I see a whole bunch of professional products, that's when I'm influenced. But I'm not influenced like if I go down the aisle of Target and see I don't even go down that aisle because I feel like I'm gonna get annoyed. So yeah, I'm like, when it comes to hair products. But yeah, I don't feel like I'm influenced at all. Like all the stuff that I see on Instagram, all these edges and all this other kind of stuff, like I just want to cringe when I see it.
Right. Now, are you influenced by like hair products and stuff like that? Like, I know since Soy and I were hairstylists, so it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
So yeah, are you?
I am horrible. I am definitely a product junkie.
You have a whole apothecary product underneath your sink.
First of all, if you come into my bathroom or in my I have like a little nook where I keep all that stuff. I have every cosmetic under the sun. So, yeah, I am influenced. If it has nice packaging.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a big one though. That's a huge one. A lot of people buy stuff because they love the way that it's packaged.
Right, that's true.
I'm a packaging person and I'm also a fragrance person. So if it smells good, I'm buying it.
Right.
Like the whole Moroccan oil line. I don't even know if it's a great line. I just love the way it smells.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just got a whiff of the Frederick Fekkai line.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm about to lose my mind. I'm buying it. They got it.
Yeah. But see, I'm not mad at those because I feel like those are like professional brands.
Sure.
Right.
More professional than like the ones that, you see at Walmart and Target.
Yeah, I'm probably buying the professional brands, yeah. But I do like that brand, Organics. It's like a little oval-shaped bottle, and they have like shade. They have different combinations, but I think the brand is, I believe it's called Organics.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you natural? Completely natural? Yes.
I'm natural with a weave.
fellow weave girl.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not mad.
So I'll add some little pieces, but I mean, I'm natural in terms of, as far as relaxer and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we ask because
I will dye my gray edges. I will do that. Yes.
Right. Yeah, because we ask, because we, a lot of people are still to this day, and which is fine, whatever works for you is okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. So we do ask, based on, everybody's just different.
I'm thinking about getting braids, and I just think that I'm going to hate myself with them. So I haven't had them since I was 12.
Really? I think it would be super cute on you.
I want the ones that look kind of like, they're kind of like Rasta twists. They're soft looking. I think I saw Toya has them. Toya Johnson.
Oh, like the faux lock.
Faux locks.
Kind of like
okay, yeah. Those are cute.
And those are cute and they're like curly at the ends.
I don't know about curly at the ends for me, but I will. I think I'm going to try where they kind of have like little tousled ringlets, a little messy looking.
Yeah.
I like those. Yeah. So.
Yeah, those are cute.
I'm like a home hairstylist. I do all kinds of stuff.
You said you like a what?
I'm a home hairstylist. I can kind of. Oh yeah, I'm an armchair hairstylist. I think I can do it.
Oh, so you about to put them in yourself?
Oh, no, I'm not doing it myself. I'm just saying that I think I know a lot about hair. I don't know. I think I know more about hair care than I should.
Yeah, I mean, but that's good though. I feel like people should know about their hair. You know, that's what we trying to get people to, be aware of and create awareness of, like, at least know your hair. You know what I'm saying? Have a relationship with your hair.
Yeah, which is important. As for me, I don't feel like I am.
Yeah, how for you,
for hair
Zyra?
products, I'm not influenced. I feel like for me, when it comes to something I am not educated in, I will be influenced. But I'm the type of consumer that kind of like I'll look at it, right, and then I'll do my research. I'll read reviews, and then I'll purchase it. But as far as like hair products, because as a hair professional, I'm not gonna go into Target and buy stuff. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm all about professional products. But yeah. So yeah, that's my take on it. So a question for you, Tameka. So you're obviously a public figure, and I'm sure people may even offer to pay you to use their products, right? From time to time. Would you work with the company if you don't believe in the product? Or would you just like kind of like stick to your like, no, this is what I believe in?
Yeah, especially if it doesn't work. Like, that this product, like, you use it and it's like,
I wouldn't do it.
It feels like trash.
I wouldn't do it. I'm pretty authentic about stuff. You know what I mean? So it would be very hard for me to sell something I don't believe in. It wouldn't even be believable, honestly. My face would just show it.
Right. You're such an honest person.
Man, I'm just a super real, and yes, I am honest. And my face is probably more honest than my words.
Right.
I'd be like,
it's skin all over your face, right?
Correct. Always.
Yeah. Okay. What about you, Soy? Would you work with a...
Girl, you already know the answers. I don't think so.
Would you sell your soul?
No, I would not sell my soul. You know what I would do? I would actually be a rebel. I would try to, like, if our trash list that we have, right, of our products that we hate. Like, if any one of those products came and said, hey, I'll give you like so and so, and it's like a real good check, I would really try to work with them and be like, hey, you guys need to change your formulation, and you need to, like, you know what I mean? Right. Like, in the lab, you need to talk to stylists and just start all over. I would try to reform them.
Right.
Or you could even kind of expose them that it doesn't work, just like, well, I'm trying out the da-da-da. My edges are, well, it's kind of shady, but you could kind of do it that way and you still get the check and you're kind of being honest at the same time.
And I feel like really that these big corporations that took over, a lot of those products, like, they need to consult with stylists, do a better job, because I mean, the stuff that people are using in their hair and they come sit in a chair, it's just not working. It's not working.
So what are some of the tips that for a consumer to when they're buying products? Like, what are the tips that you can give them?
I feel like for me, I feel like people need to do their research. They need to first really have better healthy hair practices.
Right.
We talk about that first.
All
to know your hair. And you could, kind of go into like some of the healthy hair practices that we're always preaching about and telling people.
Right. So some of the good hair practices that we're always talking about is a healthy, clean scalp. So we always say this, right? Like, just like how you take a shower every day, you also need to clean your scalp. Like, I feel like some people are co-washing, and think about like not taking a shower for the whole week, and then you jump in the shower and you take a shower with lotion. Ooh. And then and then the next week, then you do take a shower with soap. It's the same thing as like taking a shower, like, shampooing your hair, you have to shampoo your hair. You have to remove all the pollution. You have to remove all the buildup, all the products that are in your hair.
Yeah.
So, that's
I just did a client. I told you, right, that I did a client like a couple of weeks ago. She was a new client, and she told me that she listened to like a curly girl blog, and they were preaching that you shouldn't shampoo your hair. That you shouldn't shampoo it.
So how about you, Tameka? Do you shampoo regularly? Like, how often are you shampooing?
Regularly. Like, in fact, my stylist, plural, will say, you just think you are a white girl and you can wash your hair every day. In fact, I'll give you an example. I got my hair done like maybe 3-4 days ago. And did the whole thing, styled it, did all the edges. And I started messing it up because I like messy hair.
Yeah.
Like, just let me do what I do. Let me just see it done for once. She said, I know you're going to go home and wet it down. I know what you're going to do. I don't like hair that looks done. I like it to kind of have just shovel.
Yeah, like a torso look. Like you don't want it too manicured. Like
stand super pressed, neat hair. I like you to sleep on it a day or two. I like even to take a shower and let it kind of mist up just so it has a little natural texture. And then I'll add curls on top of that. But I like that kind of I don't know. I don't like it to look.
You just woke up like this. Like I just woke up.
Freshly, yeah, I really do. And I don't do co-washing anything.
So you don't use co-wash at all?
No, I don't. I don't even like the consistency of it because it feels like lotion. It does feel like.
That's it. Well, it's like conditioner essentially.
I like my hair to squeak. Like I wash it until it's squeaky clean, and I scrub it.
See, we like you.
Yeah, sea scalp. I like it to feel tingly and clean.
Yeah.
I'll use a tea tree shampoo if need be. Like if I have a buildup.
Clarify.
Yeah, and then I will condition. I'll condition it with a little plastic cap on and walk around for a couple hours if I'm home.
Right.
If I'm not, like, get under the dryer.
Right. Yeah. Also, we also say getting regular trims.
Yeah, that can make a world of a difference.
I'm bad.
Yeah. Just because you're a natural, like I see this a lot, like people take a long time without trimming their hair or getting a haircut, and it'll just like they'll prolong.
We're trying to hold on to every inch, okay?
Yeah, to length, and to me, like healthy hair over length any day, you know what I mean? And we're constantly saying this and how important it is to have to get a trim or a haircut. Like I've seen on social media a girl shampooing her hair, and she had a 2-strand twist while shampooing her hair. And I know it's because, like, for her, it takes such a long time to untangle. So the way natural hair will talk to you and tell you, hey, I need a haircut, is because it's going to be, it'll start like, it'll be harder to untangle, right? So I know she does that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
That experience, I have to tell you guys this. Oh my God. So I had a weave, like when the whole COVID thing started, I had a sew-in. And I was taking care of it at home, washing it and doing whatever. So on about the 4th week, I said, I'm going to take it out. I'm just going to wear my own hair. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. Give my hair a breather, let it get some sunshine and some oxygen, blah, blah, blah. Well, I took all the braids down, and I started to comb it through, and I was kind of rushing, and then I decided to wash it. Well, I didn't thoroughly detangle it.
All the way up to the root?
All the way to the root, so the back of it matted up. When I say matted up, it turned into one dreadlock, like a Basquiat, like a weekend, like it turned into a really bad dreadlock, a uni dread.
Right.
I had to cut it. I literally had to grab scissors out the drawer and just like take the whole thing and just like chop the whole thing off down to the scalp.
Wow.
So the front of my hair is long now, and the back, that's why I have a weave in, because I'm trying to grow it back. But yeah, so I do know that you have to properly detangle it before wetting it.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that. And that's something like before I shampoo and I know that somebody's coming out of a protective style, I always ask, hey, did you untangle? And they'll say yes, but I'll still go ahead and tangle it even more just in case, to get all that hair that was supposed to shed out. Because that's what really tangles, all the hair that's, shedding.
There.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's a good point that you made. That is an excellent point that you made about the fact that your hair will talk to you, because when I did that last client that came in and we did a really good haircut on her, and the next time she came in, she was like, oh my God, my hair, I can't believe that the comb is going like straight through my hair after you like shampooed it. And I'm like, yeah, because we removed all of the hair that needed to come off with your haircut.
Right.
So a lot of people, instead of going to products, to find the answer, it's actually your hair practices. It's probably that.
Oh yeah, products, right? But because the next tip is deep conditioning, right? Because that is a product, but also kind of like, I think it's more about styling products rather than actually putting the nutrients back into your hair. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, it is all hair practices, right?
Yeah, it's a conjunction,
Everything.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So for me, I'm big on deep conditioning. And when I say deep conditioning, which I always say this, it has to say deep conditioner on the bottle, or it has to say hair mask. Leaving the conditioner on for longer, unfortunately, is not deep conditioning. It's just like just letting it sit in. And then like, obviously you could apply heat or whatever, but it really has to say deep conditioner or hair mask on there, because conditioner is only going to work for so long, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then if it's deep conditioner is formulated to penetrate deeper into the hair follicle, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's a big thing for me. Like after shampooing your hair, stripping, removing everything, and especially like us curly girls, the hair needs, moisture, curly hair loves moisture. So yeah, that's big.
Yep.
Yeah. And oiling your scalp, right?
Yeah, with the right oils,
right.
The right combination.
Because not all oils are created equal, and not all oils are used, are supposed to be used for the same thing. Just like,
and I want to say that oil is not a hydrator; it's a nutrient.
Right.
So don't look to oil for a moisturizer, because I hear that so much. Like
people say like I'm moisturizing my scalp, which in essence, if you think about it, like it is like, liquid. So you're kind of like thinking that you're moisturizing your scalp, but really like oils have vitamins and nutrients and all that stuff.
What do you guys think about coconut oil?
Yeah, I think it's too heavy for by itself. I feel like it needs to be formulated in something conjunction with other oils.
Right. Like a concoction. Yeah, I actually have a really good oil. And the reason why I created it was because I had done my big chop and I was just looking for something. So I was like, I'm just gonna make my own, right? So then my oil has 10 different oils, and it helps like, with just everything. And like, everybody loves it, even soy, which she wasn't like a big believer in.
I wasn't an oil girl.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I always would like, tell my clients, don't put really any oil in your hair, especially, I do a lot of like flat iron services. So I would say, don't put any oils in your hair. Your hair will create its own oil, So, but I did learn that, that right before you could use it as of course, you're not going to use it right after you get shampooed and flat ironed, but like as the hair gets older, and you need some nutrients in your hair, and you know that you're about to shampoo again, you can use it as like a pre-poo or something like that.
Right.
For the nutrient purpose.
So do you use coconut oil in your hair?
I use it on my skin, but I sometimes if I have a little bit, my hair, when it's flat iron, it gets really, really straight, like straight, like fine, straight. So if I don't add any oil because my scalp makes its own.
Right.
Yeah.
I will at times put a little argan oil, like Moroccan oil. I'll just put like a thin little, just on the ends, like I kind of hit the end.
Yeah.
Nothing on my scalp because it starts to make its own oil, and my hair will be like.
But my hair is fine like yours, right? Also,
Yeah, I can tell that you have fine hair. I was gonna say that.
Yeah. So when I add the oil, like obviously, so the reason why the oil travels faster is when you wear your hair straight, right? So it'll travel faster. But me curly, it won't. So I could just add more to my scalp. So what I tell people, like you can use the oil in different ways, like as a pre-poo oil treatment, like almost like a hot oil treatment, but no heat, because once you apply heat to oils, then you're removing the nutrients. Also, like I tell people, like massage your scalp, like depending how you're wearing your hair, you can apply the oils, because you add like for your skin too, like you'll add a moisturizer or an oil to your skin, just like how you can add it to your scalp, you know what I mean? But you just got to learn when and how to do that,
and how to use it.
Yeah, so maybe before you shampoo your hair, maybe you can do a pre-poo shampoo, and then obviously strip it after that. Like, so your scalp can soak
the nutrients.
Yeah, your scalp can soak up all those nutrients. Yeah.
But
that's how I do it when I straighten my hair. But yeah, do you want to add anything else, Soy?
No, I just want y'all to be, I feel like the last thing that, I do feel like people just need to like really, really research. I want to just make that point.
Right.
And learn your hair.
Yeah.
Learn your hair and do the proper research, just like with anything else before you consume, especially you're going to consume it on your hair because, and your scalp is skin and it's going to sink into your body. So just do the research and buy quality products.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I want to say, like, work with a professional, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, not all products are created equal. Ask your hairstylist, not your favorite curly girl, you know what I mean? Because, like, certain girls...
You don't know if she's selling. You don't know if...
Right, exactly. Some girls are not going to be, you know what I mean, honest about a hair product and say they're using it, they'd rather get the check and, Yeah, to me is work with a professional in unison with your hairstylist.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How about you? Do you want to add anything as a consumer?
No, you guys pretty much hit all the topics. I mean, hit it all on the head. Yeah.
Right.
I can appreciate that you clarify. I love that what you said, that you like strip your hair and you clarify.
Right, which is important.
It's so huge.
All right, so let's get into the slip into the DMs. We have Sheena. She asks, can I go blonde after a texturizer?
No, girl. I mean, I wouldn't do it as a stylist. I mean, I don't do texturizers, but I wouldn't do it. I mean, those are two chemicals together the same day. I mean, I don't know I don't know if it's like, if she wants to get it done the same day or how blonde does she want to go. There's also those variables, but I personally wouldn't do it. I don't know. How about you, Diary? Would you do it?
No. I would just turn the person down. Just because of, like I'm more about healthy hair rather than like just the look. You know what I mean? Right. And who knows, like, even if you accomplish the actual style the day of, like, you don't know what's going to happen after. Like, the hair is going to break and all that stuff. So I'm good. I don't want my name on it. So.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the whatever topic, do's and don'ts in fashion with Tameka. So for those who don't know who Tameka Raymond is, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
I don't know.
It's so hard to talk about yourself, right?
I don't really know what to say. I don't know. I don't know. I've worked in fashion for almost 30 years. I have been styling since I was 2. No, I'm kidding. But I've worked in fashion for a long time. I've worked with pretty much everybody in terms of, like, as far as musicians and rappers and producers, and I have a long client list. But I'm kind of segueing away from fashion. Well, my focus now is style more. back in the day when I first started, fashion was everyone's big interest, the name of everything and the brands and stuff like that. I've kind of moved away from that. I'm more into things that are timeless, which is style.
Right.
I'm working on a memoir, so I've been writing every single day for the past 6 weeks. I've been writing like 10 hours a day.
Right. It's a new book
That's coming out.
Yeah, well, White Bras, I have a book called White Bras and 101 Other Style Faux Pas, and that's a style guide. And it's just kind of a little cheeky kind of do's and don'ts book. You know, it kind of tells you, people make a lot of egregious mistakes style-wise.
So what was the motivation behind it, like behind your book?
Just
And
seeing
the title, I love the title.
Yeah.
people were out here sinning. I just saw them sinning.
Are they fashion sinning?
Style sinners. No, honestly, I have a thing against white bras. White bras are they're just kind of a no-no. They kind of don't go with anything. If you buy a white bra and you wear it under a white t-shirt, then you see the silhouette of it. That's not the idea. The idea is for it to be like an undergarment, so it's supposed to kind of blend into your skin or into your shirt.
Like a nude color.
Right, nude or black are always good. So it just became a joke because I made a joke about, I was on a TV show and I made a joke about my castmate. She came in a white bra and I made a joke about it. I was like, she's late and she has on a white bra. Oh. And so that became kind of like a running joke with me and my friends. And so I named it White Bras and 101 Other Style Faux Pas. So it was just a cute name, catchy. But yeah, that's pretty much my target. I'm an author now. I'm excited about that. I'm working on an animated series and I'm writing my memoir. Yeah.
So I want to get into the animated series because I saw that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. But I want to ask you about the book, about the white bras. So what are some of the tips that you give in the book for, us, non-stylists and, you know what I mean?
I don't have a copy of it, but off the top of my head, obviously I talk about to burn your white bras if you have some. Or even after your wedding day. I say you still can wear them on your wedding day, like if it's your little, after party outfit, look if it is. But after that, leave it in the hotel room.
Right.
What else do I talk about? I talk to the naturalistas about oiling your hair. I talk about co-wash.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Really?
Yeah, the book talks about that. I talk about co-wash. I speak about don't have your hair dry like it's about to catch a fire. I talk about pretty much a lot of stuff about having properly fitting clothes. That's more important. Also, I always tell people not to follow trends too much because trends are not necessarily for you. You should always dress according to your body type and your comfort level.
Right. That's so true.
Yeah, you have to wear what works for you. It's not about following, everybody's wearing the cutout, da-da-da. But if you don't have the body for it, you probably
shouldn't be doing it. And, that's a good point that you made about
long weaves. Don't do long weaves. Over a certain age. No. I love long weaves, and I'm out of line for wearing them sometimes. But, yeah, it's like, when you get to a certain age, if you're like 60 years old, I think having a waist length weave is a little strange, and I just I don't know. I have a lot of just little fashion do's and don'ts, but I'm a style do's and don'ts, but most of the things I think you'll agree with. If you read it, a lot of them are just common sense. And a lot of times when you do something wrong style wise, you kind of know it. We're given this gift. We have like a sixth sense. We can tell we're wrong. You put it on, you look in the mirror like, I don't know if this is right, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
Sometimes some people don't. I've seen people like at Walmart, you know what I mean?
Not at Walmart, girl. Why they always at Walmart?
They always at Walmart, child. They got a Walmart membership. When they wrong, they got it on.
Like, I'm big on like not going outside in a bonnet. Like, do not go outside in your
Oh, yeah.
bonnet.
I think that's
Or
in my
pajamas or slippers, like house slippers. Like, why are you in Target or
Or
Walmart
pajamas.
in pajamas? And you know, honestly, I barely see them at Target. I mostly see them at Walmart. That's why I say Walmart.
I call it the Walmart with a K. Walmart.
Right.
And you know what? That's a good point that you made about like your clothes fitting, because I feel like a lot of people think that just because they buy the clothes off the rack, that it's just the most supposed gonna fit you automatically. You know what I mean? And you might have to get it tailored.
Or you should not be wearing it.
Well, you know, a good tailor is kind of the key to like everything. You can buy even really inexpensive things. I always tell people to buy like 2 sizes or 3 sizes too big.
Oh, really?
And they can, and then you can get a tailor to make it like cut it and make it really fit you well.
Right.
Oh, my son just walking through the camera.
It's cool.
Now, if I do that, he has a conniption. He has a conniption. He'll, I'm on a Zoom call.
Like, it's just mom making a Zoom.
That's all. Nothing big.
Right.
That's a faux pas. That's a style faux pas to have your kid in a tie-dyed shirt.
So what are, in your opinion, like what's the number one don't, besides the white bra? Like what is like your top, like do not do it?
Dang,
and everyone should know.
I hate to say a number. Wow. I hate when people wear their shoes too small, like the open-toed shoes.
And the shoes are like this.
Your feet are like arriving at the event before your shoe. It's like
dangling off.
Yeah, like it's got dirt on the tips of your toes. Feet hanging over shoes bug me, and your heel. If your heel is hanging off, it's bad. It's like what?
Or if it's kind of like the heel is kind of like leaning a little bit.
Oh man, if they struggle, I talk about that in my book. You gotta order this book because you're gonna.
Yeah, I want to order it because it seems like it's hilarious.
Go on Amazon. It's just funny, and I wrote it really. Everything is in jest. It's very funny, but they're serious tips. You know, I wanted to just make it like keep it easy and make people not feel bad about themselves, but make them kind of maybe second guess some of these choices.
Yeah, just be aware.
Be aware that your toes are at the party before your car. Like, yeah. It's like, that's all.
So like you said, you also it's not just about fashion in this book, right? So you're talking about other things in the book. Yes. Like what are some of the other things besides like, you know, the hair and stuff that you speak about in the book?
Life tips, you know, I give some life. Oh, I give another thing is I have travel faux pas. Like, you know, you get on a flight and if you sit down next to someone and they open their food and it's like some hot, smelly, there's nothing I hate more than to get on the flight, get into my seat, and then the person sits down and they open their food and they're eating it and you can smell it, like the aroma, and it's like some kind of garlic curry. I don't know what it is, but
it's a Mediterranean, like a Mediterranean dish or something.
Correct. And you can't open a window on the plane. You just kind of like doing your vent over and over again, like turning it for dear life. I think it's just rude because you're sharing space with somebody, you know, and you can't bring like 100 food on the plane. And yeah, I think people save it until they get on the flight. Like, oh, I'm gonna eat on the flight. I'm like, no.
Right.
I've done that. I'm gonna admit, I've done it. I don't know. I can't remember what the food was, but I think that I know that I've like done it before. Like I'm hungry. I'm about to wait until I get on this plane.
Wait, get on the plane. That's messed up for that person next to you. That's
I know. Especially if it's
what about if they're hungry and stuff? And the food stinks or something like that, and they gotta smell it.
The food smell is bad on the plane. Another thing is changing your diaper on the tray table. People do that. You know, if they have
I've never seen that done before.
Oh yeah, if they're traveling with a baby, they will hike that chair, flip the tray table down, and set the baby up there and do the change. That's rude. Singing too loud with the headphones on. Kids kicking the back of your chair. I mean, I've got a whole list of things. I'm so mad. I didn't bring it. I didn't realize that I was going to still be driving like back to Los Angeles, but I didn't bring a copy of the book.
Right.
You guys should definitely get a copy of the book, order the book. You'll laugh. It's an easy read.
Yeah, and some of the proceeds go to the animated series that you're doing, correct?
So pretty much everything that I'm working on in this millennium will be proceeds will go toward my animated cartoon. I have a animated series that I'm doing in honor of my son Kyle that passed away in 2012. So I have a great concept for a cartoon. It's with black animation, something we don't have very much of, and we don't have black women in animation either.
Right.
But it's necessary topics. We talk about bullying. We deal with some social topics, but it's hilarious. It's funny. It's fashionable. Very current. So that's my ultimate goal is to get my cartoon out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Can't wait for that.
Thank you.
Needed too.
Right. Yeah. I love the, how you're using, giving people tips and then using the money for that for a good cause, you know what I mean? Which is super important, especially during these times, right? Like everything that's going on, like it's just so crazy.
It's a bad movie. It's like so surreal. I'm from Oakland, California, which is, where the Black Panther movement was, founded and birthed. And they serious. These are some real Black Panthers. They still out here tearing up stuff just like the Black Panthers. I'm like, you guys must be the grandkids or the
descendants, right? They passed it down.
They passed it down. It's the same. They have the same fervor and the same, blood boiling in their veins because they are definitely protesting every single day and making a statement.
Right. And I know this has nothing to do with fashion, but I wanted to ask because it's just, right timing, right? Like, how do you feel about everything that's going on? Like, what's your take about people rioting and like, looting and all that stuff? Like, what's your take on that? Like,
well, obviously I think that protesting and the rioting is okay. I think it's necessary. You have to be heard. Peaceful, praying and holding hands hasn't made much.
Right.
I don't agree with some of the looting. I think that's now you just trying to come up. You know what I mean? This is just like, oh, let me get some new Adidas right quick. This is our chance.
Yeah.
But at the same time, stores being destroyed and merchandise being taken can be replaced, but not the lives.
Exactly.
And honestly, think of it this way. If you're a retailer, which I've been a retailer, I own stores, and it's COVID, and we've been closed for 90 days anyway, and we haven't been making any money. These retailers are insured. They're, when they file, they're actually going to make all their money back. They'll get it from insurance, but you cannot bring back George Floyd.
Right.
So them making a statement, I'm okay with them making a statement. Yeah. I just don't want it to be a bad reflection that we lose sight of the message. The message is we need to cut out police brutality. We need to be treated as equals. We all bleed red blood. We all have hearts in our bodies. We all have feelings. And honestly, I think there needs to be a time where there's some education, because I just think a lot of white people and other races don't know. They just really think we're so different. There needs to be like some kind of a town hall or an open forum where we can kind of address, like, have the white people talk about why they don't like us. Just be flat. Why don't you like us? How come? Be honest. Tell whatever you feel. Like, I don't know, you're dark. We think it's going to rub off. We can explain. No, it doesn't rub off.
Right.
The black stays on. We can't rub it off. We don't like how you eat. Well, this is why we eat how we eat. This is why we eat what we eat. Maybe I think there just needs to be some education
behind
some
it.
Cultural awareness.
Right.
Definitely cultural awareness, but for me too, like I feel like, just the history of this country, it has been rooted in white supremacy and pretty much all over the globe.
Generational though. It's generational. It's learned behavior, because I think, like, just think of the days of slavery. Some of the races right now didn't even ask to be racist. They were just raised that way. They just don't know any better. You know what I mean? You've just been taught your whole life, stay away from black people, stay away from, whatever. Keep they're dirty. You learn this when you're 5 years old. Of course, that's learned behavior. Yeah. And then you're teaching your children that, and your children are teaching their children. So it's a generational curse that they've a lot of them been just born into it.
Right.
Yeah. And just institutions itself has just been built on white supremacy,
Right.
So it's, I feel like we need to deal with, the history of, deal with it in an honest fashion, the history that has been present in this country, and that's still apparent to this day, that
we're not shown as the image of beauty either. So when you look at advertising from the 60s,
right,
it always showed fair complected people on ads. When they talk about beautiful, it was always porcelain skin. You had to have the porcelain skin. Even with our word association, when you think of something being dark, that's always a negative connotation.
Exactly.
So they say come into the light. That's supposed to be positive.
Yeah. Or black male, that's dark.
Right. So we've been given the idea that white and light is right our whole lives. Even us as black people, we've been kind of conditioned the wrong way too. And then you look at advertisements, they show fair complexion people as the people that they have, doing it, modeling their water or showing their nail polish or their hair product. We're seeing it on straight hair. We don't see it on our hair. So we're like, that ain't gonna work on us.
Yeah.
We're not taught to celebrate, or embrace our culture.
Right.
Yeah. And
I feel like even with, my parents are from the Dominican Republic, and I've been taught, they've been taught all their lives, they've been conditioned, it's almost like normal, they have, they're Europeans, that's from.
Really?
Yes, it's terrible, and my mom is, her complexion is even darker than yours, and my dad is light skinned, so obviously I'm a mixture of both, but obviously slaves were brought to the Dominican Republic, and we're a mixture of everything. I did my ancestry DNA, and I guess for me that was a big eye opener, where I come from, you know what I mean? And a lot of people, they say, even with our hair, you got to straighten your hair, and your hair looks better when it's straighter and stuff like that, which is terrible within the own culture. And we're all I always say, we all from Africa. I say I'm from Africa, you know what I mean?
Girl, you ain't from out this place.
Listen,
all of those slave ships went to those islands first.
Yeah,
before they even came to
they absolutely did. All the islands, when they came from Africa, you're right.
I'm more African. I'm 56%.
Stop. Which countries? What'd they say?
So it's a combination. It's Nigeria, it's Congo, it's all that stuff. And then it's 2% or 3%. No, I think 6% from Spain, which is the Spanish that I speak, which is crazy, right? So right. And obviously, Spanish is what my mom speaks and what I speak, but people always say, oh, you're Spanish, or no,
and that's incorrect. You're not from Spain.
Yeah,
Spanish is from Spain. You speak the language of your colonizers, your conquerors.
Exactly.
Whoever colonized you, that's who you speak. That's what language you speak.
Yeah.
That's right.
But we have so much work to do. So it's just,
There needs to be education about it. Instead of history and all that stuff our kids are learning in school, we need to learn about one another's cultures. There needs to be more culture. I didn't realize it until all this, started happening, but I'm on this app called Nextdoor.
Uh-huh. I'm on that too.
You have Nextdoor, yeah. So from my neighborhood, I live in West Hollywood. And so, but I'm on the border of Beverly Hills. So if you just hear the conversation, I'm looking at the conversations my neighbors are having. They just no, I'm y'all ignorant.
Ignorant.
I went on and wrote a long rant today. Ooh, we didn't even know we had a black neighbor until this lady.
Oh my God.
I didn't have it. But I just told them that they just need to make themselves aware and educate themselves, because like I said, a lot of them are they just don't know any better.
Yeah,
Race
they're
is
totally unaware.
more ignorance than it is anything else.
I agree.
I think there's more good people than bad people in the world.
Right.
I believe that too. I believe there's more good than bad.
We just have to come together, you know what I mean? And like we're all one. We're not like black, white. We're the human race. Like this is who we are. That's it. You know what I mean? Like all.
And we're culturally different, but culturally we're different.
Exactly. But
and
then
that's okay.
Like a white person and a black person can can create another human being. You know what I mean? Like it's not like Adam and Eve and then another Adam and Eve and they were white and we were, you know what I mean? Like it's just we're all one, you know. And I say we all come from Africa.
Well, what that's now the Adam and Eve word? That's interesting. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, the first humans in the world. What were they?
Garden of Eden. We need to figure that out.
They were black because two people.
They were black. Of course, they were black.
Yeah, of course. They were though. If you think about it, two white people can't create a black person, but two black people can create a white person.
How?
Oh, albinos.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
If you think about it.
That's true. That's true. That's
yes, to me, we all come from Africa.
Something else to research.
Yeah. And you know, like it's just I feel like it was taken from us, like everything, but you know, that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother show.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, thank you for coming on the show, and you know,
thank you for having me. I'm sorry I'm like in transition. I'm in a hotel. I'm in transition on my way traveling back, but thank you guys for having me.
Fine, yeah.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you.
And tell the people where they can find you and your book.
Yeah, so my book, Here I Stand, is not out yet. I'm still in the midst of writing it. Hopefully, we're looking at about 120 days for that, just for all the, you know, formatting and stuff. But White Bras and 101 Other Style Faux Pas is available on Amazon. And my social media handles are at Tameka Foster, and I'm at Tameka Foster on, I think, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Okay.
All across.
I maybe, you know what? I maybe Tameka Raymond on Facebook. I don't know. But I know on Instagram, I'm definitely Tameka Foster, and on Twitter. Yes.
Cool.
Okay.
Well, that concludes our podcast. So
thank you for having me.
But first, right, let's do the hair crown of the week. And the hair crown of the week is who soy this week?
We have a throwback crown of the week this week. We have the beautiful Dorothy Dandridge. She's looking amazing. We love this. I feel like, you know, with this style, it still works. I feel like that style will even actually work today at a like award show or something. That's how like classic this style was. Yeah, so beautiful Dorothy Dandridge this week, crown of the week. And if for y'all who don't know who Dorothy Dandridge is, just Google her.
Right. And we'll have like a picture up of her, the picture that we're talking about on here. Yeah. So now we're going to get into we calling you out. And this week we have this young lady.
Quarantine haircuts, okay?
Yes, quarantine haircuts. So in the video, she's actually like combing her hair all the way to the front, which we always say don't do. And she's doing like sections, like, and then cutting it and kind of like making like layers, right? I guess that's what she's trying to accomplish.
You know, what I can't even like focus because the tool that she's using looked like some kitchen scissors.
Right. But actually, like, her hair looked cute in the end, right?
The look was cute. I mean, I can't front. I mean, it looked cute. I mean, if we were to go in and actually pull the hair up and see what it looked like.
Right.
But, you know, I mean, it looked cute.
Right.
But that's just the look, you know?
Right.
But,
yeah, but, you know, it's kind of like a positive.
Kind of positive. I mean, the look was cute, but you know, your look can be cute with a ponytail, and then you could use like all type of trash products, but the end result will look cute.
Right.
I would say just wait for the professionals, you know.
Exactly. But, you know, now since quarantine, people need haircuts and stuff like that.
So we get it. We're giving you a pass, girl.
Exactly. Right. So that's that.
Y'all check us out. Slip into our DMs. And we out here.
Peace, love, and light.
Thank you.